What's up, guys? We're here with Kalen today. He's giving us a Infernoble deck profile here, a very cool deck. I don't know anything much about it, so we'll let him do all the speaking here.
Yeah, this is kind of like a fun version of the deck. It's not like a regionals or anything like that, so I'm playing a little weird stuff in the extra, but the main deck's pretty solid. So
Any shout-outs you want to give before we dive in, or?
Shout out to the team Solemn, Circus.
Oh my god.
All right, so I'm gonna start with 3 Renaud and 3 Auger. These two go 2 and 2 with each other. So your standard play is normal summon Auger, send Phoenix, Gearfried, special summon this if you have it in your hand, and then you just go off to the races after that. You can do a lot of stuff off that hand. I'm not gonna go into it because I'm dumb and I don't know all the lines. But here we got Connector and Dolphin. You kind of have to play this, even though Droll's getting a less played. It's more seen inside, but you still want to like see hand knowledge. Like for example, I played against like a Lich like zombie deck that played Super Poly and stuff, so I knew they had Super Poly in the hand. Take 500 for it, but like I can play around it instead of getting blown out by it and just losing.
I'll pay 500 any day to see hand knowledge.
Exactly. So then we have Oliver here, just another extender. Summons itself as a level 1. It's a tuner, so you can go into Angelica and stuff like that. Turpin is also an extender. Some people play it more than one, but one's fine. You set it and search it off of like a million different things. It's just another extender. It requires setup with equip spells though, so it's a little bit more annoying to set up. Flint Lady, pretty standard extender. I'm not playing Super Red Layer. I haven't tested it out, but I could. I can see the potential for it. Richard, this card is insane. In hands where you can only make a Zold off of certain cards, you send Phoenix Blade, summon this, and then you just go off to the races that way. Then we got Gearfried.
Stops Nib.
Stops Nib, stops Droll, theoretically, if you actually felt like it. It's an extender too, technically. So if you have a really, really bad hand, you can just go with Zold from this guy here. It's one of the best cards in the deck. Roland is the card you add off of Zold. It's kind of like a bad Magnamut. It's an equip. Quick effect equip, so if you have... I've come into cases where you want to use Captain Roland to equip to Charles, and they droll it or something like that. So having this, or not droll it, crow it. And this is nice to have as backup. Malgus is your resource loop. Shuffle back 3, draw 1. It's really nice. I drew off triple tack after hand looping 1 in a game today. So it's just useful. So,
Oh my gosh.
Here's your searchers. Durandal, how to get Durandal. Durandal searches pretty much everything in the deck except Gearfried. Here's Museum. Museum searches any equip in the deck. It's also an extender technically because you can special summon equip monsters. It just does really everything. The only problem with this deck is the fact that you have to pay 12 to do anything in this deck. So losing to time and just being able to be killed if they crack your board is a problem. So if you're gonna consider playing the deck, just keep in mind stuff like that. Rhoda, self-explanatory. Rhoda again. Noble Knight Rhoda.
Crazy that this card's so expensive now.
Yeah, I know. I've had it since I've been playing this deck for before the newer stuff came out. So I've had it for a long time. So then we go to your equips. This card's broken. Just loops stuff. Most of your stuff revolves around having equips on the field, and Angelica procs off of being targeted. So being able to loop this to get into a million different monsters is really important. I'm playing Living Fossil. This probably should be DDR because sometimes I want to have discards from my hand and discard outlets are plenty in this deck, but DDR is better. I'm just playing this because I couldn't find my DDR. It's not bad though, honestly. It's whatever. It's a lot better now that Rise Heart isn't around. Almis and Joyous are kind of like a combo thing with Artorigus, and you can also use it to get hands this gets Durandal, this gets monsters from your grave to use again. Now we're back to the non-engine. We got triple tack. I always like having this. It could be another slot. You could put it out for sure. You have Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is pretty, hit all. Imperms. Same thing. It's usual stuff.
So it's nine non-engine slots there.
There's 12 actually. I didn't have I don't know where my Joels went, but
Okay. So there's
not
Trolls.
DD Crows. I'm getting the birds mixed up. They're here somewhere. 1 second. Yeah, these guys.
It's putting fear in him.
Okay, so this is an even 40?
42, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you're not playing the Metal Quick Silver Armor or whatever it's called?
I don't have it.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. It's also kind of bricky. You don't want to like draw into it. It shuts down some decks, but like honestly, the decks that I've been playing against recently, they don't really care about it too much.
You can use 2 per turn, right?
Like I've been seeing a lot of Branded Chimera. I don't know how the deck like works, but like I don't know. I feel like some decks just don't care about it. Now onto the extra. Captain Roland, Angelica. These two are basically. This starts everything. It's like another Isolde for like the Infernoble half of your deck. Roland just gets into Charles, and Charles just gets into other Charles, which I'm playing 2 of, because sometimes you can end on 2, so that's 2 spell negates. It's all right. For my other synchros, I'm playing Highland Solemn. You can go into this with some weird hands to play around Droll, since it equips from deck. So it doesn't add; it just plays around Droll. Yeah. So these are my synchros. Could play more. So I'm playing a weird thing in my extra deck, so you're gonna see that in a second. But I'm playing King Custonin, Artorgus, and Sacred Artorgus, and Zeus. These don't usually come up, but when they do, it's really funny. I'm just playing this as like a locals thing. These are just flex slots. You want this though in some hands, where if you're playing Connector, you want this. These are just flex slots. You could put. I took out Raw 10 and like some other stuff for this, just to be fun. But definitely play Baron. I did not, just for funsies. So we got Isolde, self-explanatory, Noble Knight deck, Warrior deck, that stuff. Flame Swordsman. This is used in combination with this and some also weird hands where you like get nibbed. You can use the token and one of your monsters go into this, and they can start Fire Warrior shenanigans, which is interesting. Appaloosa, I went to this once. Sometimes you want to triple attack, take something, and then go into Appaloosa before your warrior locked, just to like make a stronger board or like play around like anything really. If you're playing against like Dragon Link, it might help a bit better because you can get more stuff, but Dragon Link's pretty strong anyway, whatever. And then Underworld Goddess, I didn't go into this, but like just in case you run into something weird.
Yeah, some like big boards, like
purely Pearly stuff like that. Yeah.
We have a Adagnister player lurking on our locals. So.
Yeah, so I was just like, maybe I should throw this in last second.
What would you cut? You'd cut this for the nib, or for not for the nib, for the
for Baron
yeah.
and Raw 10? Yeah. This is cuttable. This is cuttable. You can cut this too. I like having it because I run triple attack.
And what would you replace instead? Like you said,
In that, so I would run Power Load Ogre.
I don't.
Baron, Raw 10, and I'd probably keep the Zeus.
Fair enough, fair enough.
There's some other stuff like Lavalval X-Lords too. That's like, it's all right. But it's just stuff to have.
Have you thought about the battling boxer one?
Oh, Dempsey? Yeah, Dempsey's also really good. So instead of like playing Zeus, you can play Dempsey for more like
consistency kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I just like Zeus. It's useful sometimes. So onto the side, Gamsteel. They should be Doggeron, but I just couldn't find mine, or I don't own any. I legit don't remember. Eclipse for like Curly and other things. It just stops. Droll for other ignorant combo decks like me. Then we got some back row hate, and Nib for other random combo decks like me.
Very fair.
That's the whole deck. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the deck profile, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, no problem.